Hey guys, what is going on? Rodrigo here, and today I'm taking a look at the super fun limited time festive game mode known as Attack of the Elves, giving my thoughts on it and if it's worth having a play this holiday season. So let's get straight into it. So the easiest way to describe this mode, and for those of you that have played Call of Duty in the past, this will be familiar, is the infected game mode. It pits the non-infected, which in this case is the Santa Clauses, against the infected, who are the elves. If you don't know what infected is, it's basically a game where the non-infected have weapons and have to kill the infected players, who typically only have melee weapons. Once an infected player is able to kill a non-infected, then that non-infected player will then respawn on the infected team. The idea of this game is that it keeps going until the clock runs out or all of the players become infected. One thing I always felt in these types of game modes is that it was very heavily weighted to the non-infected, and again in this case, as I mentioned, the Santas. Players could bunch together in a building or on a hard to access location like a tower, and the infected, in this case the elves, would find it very difficult to push through and get the kills. This mode feels different however, as importantly on the elves team you have access to the grappling hook, and what this allows you to do is easily access those high up locations, whether that's something like a church roof or a bell tower. This does two things. Firstly, it makes the mode a more even fight. And second, it dissuades players who inevitably have to start out as an elf from quitting the match. One of the big problems in previous infected type modes is that a solo player spawning as the infected would, in a lot of instances, just quit the mode. So this is a really nice change in this Attack of the Elves. Despite starting as an elf, styled as the head elf in this mode, I didn't feel remotely annoyed. I had a lot of fun using the grappling hook to chase down the Santas. Now watching this footage, you're probably thinking that my aim is off and I'm wildly spraying the machine gun, which by the way is known as the gift wrapper, all over the place. But another element of this, again to favour the elves, is that the Santas can't aim down their sight of their weapons, and inevitably this makes it harder to kill the elves. This can be slightly annoying as a Santa, but in reality it's needed to create that more balanced experience. There's also a good variation of maps in this mode, and there's lots of opportunity to create some fun and memorable experiences, regardless of which team you are on. If you look on Battlefield Portal, you will actually find a lot of custom community-made experiences that look a lot like this, but this mode is a lot more polished. If you're a head elf, you'll also spawn with smoke grenades, and this really helps to ambush a large group of Santas who are all huddled together. The weapon of choice for the team of elves is a sharpened candy cane. As I mentioned, Team Santa are equipped with that LMG that they can't aim down the sight with, but the other disadvantage is that their ammo is limited, so they need to be careful with their shots. If a Santa does kill an elf, then they will get 100 additional rounds, which is basically another full clip for the LMG, and this does help to keep the game flowing, without giving the Santas too much power to endlessly fire off their machine guns. The Santas can actually win the game by either surviving the time limit of the mode or by killing up to 50 enemy elves, but in most of the games that I've been in so far, once a couple of elves start roaming around, then the Santas become overwhelmed very quickly. In summary, it's a really fun mode that has a nice spin on the festive holiday period, and it's nice to see we are getting some updates in Battlefield, even if they are mainly via the Battlefield Portal experience. But what do you think of this game mode? Let me know in the comments below if you'll be trying this in the coming weeks as we roll on to Christmas. Just before we go, if you enjoyed my content, then subscribing would be really appreciated as I push on to 100 subs. Take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.